back to DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty, where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. If you like the mission, you resonate with the vision, and you find this content useful, please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back to DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty. So today's video, I want to talk about rich versus wealthy. But before I get into that, remember we got our contest going on where you can win 4 to 7 drip. I still don't know how much it'll be because I continue to dollar cost average and hydrate, but it'll definitely be more than 4 and somewhere less than 10. But remember, to be eligible, all you need to do is comment on the video saying what number like you were. So you have to always also like the video. The goal, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to get the algorithm to pick my channel up more. I'm hoping that I'm providing value, and the only way that the algorithm will pick it up is if the videos get more likes and things of that nature. And to incentivize you guys to do that, I'm giving you free drip. So you don't have to do anything special, just like the video and comment, and then I will be collecting the winners, or the 3 random winners from 3 random videos each week, then put all those together in a pool and then give one big giveaway at the end of the month. So in this video, rich versus wealthy. First of all, the reason I came up with this is because if you have listened to any of Forex's AMAs, you will hear that he does not take profits in the native token, or like whenever he creates a contract or a token, he says he no longer takes that token as payment because he never sells his tokens. He doesn't want to create sell pressure. So he also mentioned that about marketing. So if there's a marketing budget and the marketing budget is paid out in the token, like say it was paid out in pigs or dogs, in order to realize those gains, you have to sell it so that the person who's doing the marketing for you can use it and spend it. So that's one thing about his mindset. He does not like to sell his assets. And that got me to thinking about the creation in which he made for the animal farm, and also what he's trying to do, if you're listening to his latest ones, about lending. He's really big on lending. Why? Because he doesn't want you to have to sell your assets. He also mentioned the whole point of the animal farm and the pig pen is that he wants people to own a portion of the pig pen so that they don't have to sell. Remember, when you put the pigs in here, you get BUSD. So there's a theme here. Forex doesn't like to sell. He also rewards stakers and holders and people who do not sell and dump. He's also mentioned the theme of transferring the value from weak hands to strong hands. So what does that mean? That is basically wealthy versus rich. And I wanted to bring this up because it's a great article just to give you a key difference. But the main takeaway is that rich people basically have money, but they live day to day, and they're typically spending a lot of money. It doesn't mean that basically whatever's coming in is going right back out. So in this example, I say you could have a $200,000 a year job that you're making a lot of money on, but you're spending $225,000. Or you could be rich, quote unquote, because you have a lot of debt, meaning you've taken out loans or whatever, and you're living above your means, and you are flashing a really rich looking lifestyle, latest designer clothes and cars and house, but you could be in serious debt and or on the road to going broke. They make the example of MC Hammer, who had 30 million and then ended up with 13 million in debt and went bankrupt. So a lot of rich people do become bankrupt because they actually end up spending more than they bring in, and they buy really, really lavish lifestyles. The wealthy, on the other hand, invest their money not in things and stuff like, Gucci bags or latest car. They instead invest in assets. And they make this example about Warren Buffett, who is the world's most frugal billionaire. He still lives in a $31,000 home and he makes billions. He bought a $150,000 home and then turned around and sold it. So Warren Buffett, we all know, is a very, very, very wealthy individual and lives a very frugal lifestyle. But the point is that wealthy people invest in assets. And if you're not familiar with what an asset is, I brought that up as well. An asset is financial accounting is any resource owned or controlled by a business or economic entity. It is anything that can be used to produce positive economic value. Assets represent value of ownership that can be converted into cash. The balance sheet of a firm records the monetary value of the asset by that firm. So assets are things that bring you in money. Most common prior to crypto was like real estate or owning a business that was positive cash flow. So if you own real estate, you purchased it and then it's bringing in positive cash flow every month as long as you're renting it out and someone's in it. These are assets. And this is what the wealthy people do. They buy more and more assets and they control their spending so that if they have X number of assets that are generating $10,000 a month, they don't spend $20,000 a month, they spend $5,000 so that other $5,000 that they're saving can go and buy them another asset. What does this all mean? Well, that's exactly what this entire ecosystem was built for. So if you're not familiar and people are looking for the best strategy, and I put out a strategy video, but the best strategy is to utilize this the way that Forex designed, and it's to make you wealthy long term. It's not going to happen overnight. But if you look at the entire ecosystem and the way it's set up, the end goal is to get it's like a game. Think of it as a board game. So the goal is to move from the starting position anywhere on the board and end up here and keep getting back to here. So start somewhere else and get back to here. Here being the pig pen with BUSD being paid out. So let's just use an example that you had pigs in here and you're getting $50 a day in BUSD. Let's just say that. I don't know how many pigs that takes, but I'm just giving you a random number. That $50 a day comes out to $1,500 a month, right? Now, the goal would be that your living expenses be less than that $1,500 a month. Why? Because then, one, you're already not selling your asset. You have your pigs token and it's giving you out BUSD, right? We know that BUSD is tied 1-to-1 to the US dollar. So therefore it is a stable coin and you can actually spend it. And you do have needs, like the only way you're on this website is because you have a cell phone provider or internet and a computer or a smartphone. So you have to pay these bills. So that means at some stage you gotta get money into those accounts that fund those bills. Well, if you want to continue to stay wealthy, then you would, whatever this allocation is paying you, you would want to ensure that you're not using all of it. You would want only a portion of it to come out. And then you take that BUSD and come back into one of the farms for the dogs or into the drip garden or whatever it is, or into the piggy bank and parrot. It doesn't matter. But the point is you want to continue to get more assets, and assets in this case being pigs. Technically, the dogs can be considered an asset as well, but those are really used to just farm pigs. But they are an asset, so you don't have to sell dogs. You can actually use pigs to generate BUSD and then put the BUSD in the pool when it comes online. It's not online as of this video. Put it in the BUSD pool here, and then you get dogs. And then these dogs you put in here and you get pigs. So you can look at even BUSD, quote unquote, as an asset in this ecosystem because you're not going to sell it. You're going to use it to buy more assets. So yes, you have to maybe use a portion of it, but I just want you to think about this differently. That's the whole point I'm bringing this together about rich versus wealthy. It's all boils down to mindset and how you look at your money and putting it to work for you. I think it was Warren Buffett, he had a quote, but he's like, you need to look at the money in your account as little employees. And these little employees don't need a 401k. They don't complain about working overtime. They don't have any HR representatives, anything like that, right? They will literally work 24/7, 365. So if money in your account or money in these farms is an employee, think about it like a business. You don't want your employees sitting around twiddling their thumbs, right? If you actually had a business and someone's your receptionist and they're sitting there playing on their smartphone, well, they're not doing their job. You would fire them. Well, that's the same with your money. If it's sitting in a wallet somewhere and it's not working, you need to put it to work, and it is happy to work for you. One of his quotes, definitely Warren Buffett, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work till you die. So I really want you guys just to get in your head about how this animal farm is set up. And again, the mindset of Forex, he put this together. And if you, like I said, if you listen to any of his AMAs, he tells you this over and over and over and over and over again, that this was designed for the ability to generate wealth and how the wealthy people think and how he thinks. So if you understand how he thinks, then you understand how he made this, and then you'll understand the rules of this game, and you can play it to your advantage. And then the ones that don't understand it will be the ones paying you out. Unfortunately, that's the only way money is made. It's transferred from one party to another. So somebody has to lose in this game. And the bulk of people will be losing because they don't have this mindset. They don't have this staying power to sit in an asset and get paid out $10 a day. They're like, nah, man, let me find the next, shit coin that I can 1000x, or let me find the next so-and-so fork that, I can put money into. And that's how they get wrecked. But if you play the long, steady game, think of it like Monopoly. If you ever play Monopoly, you don't make all your money in one go. You got to go around the board over and over and over again, collecting that $200, collecting that $20 off of rent. And it's the one that can steady the course, collecting that rent revenue, then eventually buying one house and then two houses and being very strategic. And then you end up wealthy in Monopoly because you win the game and everybody else is bankrupt. So I just want to shed some light on that. I hope that helped you guys. I want you to just change your mindset about how you look at these protocols, what you're really trying to do. Crypto has kind of become volatile in this get rich quick scheme kind of way. But if you play the long game, I heard somebody else say it's easy to make money in crypto long term. It's hard to make it short term. And long term can be something 6 months, 3 months, a year, 5 years. I don't know. But it's longer than a day. So take that with a grain of salt. Do with it what you will. Not financial advice. All that jibber jatter. Leave a like and a thumbs up if you want to be entered into that drawing. All right, guys. Until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.